Julie, I'm here at South County Line Road. As you can see behind me, there's still lots of smoke coming out of the house right now. Mark, I'm here at Times Square Plaza where dozens are out here rallying against racial prejudice. I spoke to the organizer who said today is about peace and education. Many people have been spending the day clearing their driveways and sidewalks. Just like this. The ear saver wraps around the string of the face mask to relieve tension behind your ears. Wood says I'm here at St. John Evangelical Lutheran Cemetery where Carolyn McBride has been laid to rest. Family members tell me what they'll miss most is her being there for them. Mayor Ashmore says this is one of many buildings that will be demolished. He says it's the first step in improving the community.
And Maya, what's next for Hackman?
Hackman is expected to secure an attorney and is not allowed to have any contact with the victim. He'll be back in court on November 9th. Julie, I'm here at South County Line Road. As you can see behind me, there's still lots of smoke coming out of the house right now. I'll step aside so you can see a little bit better. Multiple agencies were sent here sometime around 7:15, putting out the flames we just showed you in that video. I spoke with the West Frankfort fire chief who says the fire was fully involved when he got here. He says he hasn't been inside yet, but right now they're reporting extensive damage to the home. Officials have been in contact with the family. No injuries have been reported right now. We'll stay on scene to get developing details, and you can check our website, WSILTV.com, for more updates. Live in West Frankfort, Maya Skinner, News 3. Mark, I'm here at the Walker's Bluff project site where plans for a new road are underway, but recent miscommunications between the residents and project developers have caused some tension about the construction. Field of Dreams owner Jay McKinney says she's disappointed with Walker's Bluff. Surveyors recently visited Reed Station Road with news that at least 10 feet of land from multiple homes would be used to build a new road.
Now then, we have stakes here marking where the expansion's going to be, but yet we still haven't gotten answers on where the utilities are going, where they're going to be located, how much of our property they're wanting to buy.
She says residents have been left in the dark about those plans, and she's worried about how the construction will affect her and her neighbor's front yard.
We will have all the trees and the shrubs along this road will be taken out, so there won't be anything in anybody's front yard, and the road will be much closer. If the power lines get moved, they're going to be like at the peak of houses.
Neighbor Christina Hawthorne Tripp says residents have also been pressured by a local real estate agent to give up their land, and she's concerned about the traffic the construction would cause.
It's going to create a bunch of noise, more traffic congestion than we already have out here, which has always been crazy.
Both say a written plan would ease some minds.
They just keep telling us that everybody's on board. Well, Janine and I know for a fact that it's not, and we still do not have what we've asked for. And that's the proposal certified on exactly what they're going to do with all the lines, etc.
Walker's Bluff project developer Emily Burke says the developers have reached out to residents for input. She released a statement saying, "We knew from the start that we wanted to work together with them to gauge their interest and voluntary participation in finding an ideal path for a road that was already planned to intersect our part of the region." She added, "Our door is always open to our neighbors, and we will continue these discussions to find the ideal solution." A meeting will be held tomorrow at 10 a.m. with the Illinois Gaming Board. They could decide if those licenses will be approved, and that will determine if the road will be built. Live in Carterville, Maya Skinner, News 3. William Perkins is the grandson of Archie Jones. Jones was born in Carrier Mills on March 30th, 1901. Perkins tells News 3 WSIL that's where his grandfather began his journey as an educator.
He was going to be a lawyer, and then that didn't work out, so then he came back and he started teaching. He got his degree in teaching.
Jones taught in Carrier Mills for 2 years and became principal of Dunbar School for 31 years. In 1955, he moved to Carbondale and was hired principal of Crispus Attucks Junior High School. Perkins says it was monumental for the family.
The integration is what kind of got things going in Carbondale. And that's why he got, the job, because of expanded. But Carbondale hadn't integrated totally at that time.
Over a decade later, Jones became the first Black Carbondale City Council member. His mission was to bring unity and be a voice for the Black community. Irma C. Hayes Center Executive Director Robert Wells says he cared about all walks of life.
He was so respected by the kids and their parents. So he put a lot of things in the community, what I would call healing type stuff to go along with educational.
Perkins says he started various programs, helped renovate the northeast side of Carbondale, and was a leader in the Methodist Church. He hopes his legacy will encourage others.
I'm hoping that he might have been inspiration to some of the other people in the community, as far as being a school teacher and being principals, and because a person like him opened the door and shows that it can be done.
Maya Skinner, News 3.